Hi guys, welcome back. Have you ever searched someone on LinkedIn or have you ever visited someone's profile on LinkedIn and you have seen some labels like first connection, second connection, or third connection? How does LinkedIn determines the collection level? So let's find out how to calculate this in this video. Okay. So let's first understand the problem. Okay. Suppose this is my LinkedIn connections. I am directly connected to Alice and Bob. Alice is connected to Charlie and Bob is connected to David. So, what is the connection level between Charlie and David with me? Okay, and let's suppose Charlie is connected to Ima, and what kind of connection is Ima to Deepak? Okay, so here, if you see, okay, Charlie and David are my second connections because they are not directly my connection, but they are connection of my connections. Okay. So Alice is my connection, Charlie is a connection of Alice. So Charlie is my second connection. Okay. And David is connection of Bob, and Bob is my connection. So David is also my second connection. And what about Ima? Ima is a connection of Charlie. Okay. But Charlie is not my connection. Charlie is a connection of Alice, but Alice is my connection. So Ima is my third connection. Okay. So the important question is how LinkedIn calculates this connection level among millions of users, not million, among billions of users. So that's what we are going to understand today in this video. Okay. So first of all, let's think about how we can determine the connection level in a simple way. Okay. In simple terms, what you can do is you can compare one every person with every other person, okay, to get the connection level. So for example, here you can compare Alice with Charlie, Charlie with Bob, Charlie with David, Alice with Emma, Bob with Alice, Bob with David, Bob with Charlie, Bob with Emma, etc. Okay, but do you think this is the optimal solution? No. Why? Because LinkedIn has billions of users, more than billions of users. Okay, so comparing every user with every other user is not a, I would say, optimal solution. Okay, we need an optimal solution here. Okay, so let's see. Okay, what if we think the LinkedIn as a graph? Okay, so basically in this, if we consider that LinkedIn as a graph, in this graph every person becomes the node and the connection between the two people becomes the edge. Okay, so see this, and if we represent the connections and the person as a graph, it is very easy to find the connection level. Okay, so let me show you a visual example here. Okay, so in the above, okay, in my LinkedIn connection, Alice and Bob are my direct connections, right? So Alice and Bob are my direct connection. Charlie is a connection of Alice. David is a connection of Bob, and Emma is a connection of Charlie. So what if we represent this thing, this whole thing, as a graph? See here, here. Deepak, Alice, Bob, Alice, Charlie, Charlie, Emma, Bob, David. So now try to answer. What is the connection level between Charlie and Deepak? If you check it, it is the second connection. One connection, first, this is the first connection, this is second connection. The connection between Deepak and Emma is the third connection. Okay. So if we consider the LinkedIn as a graph, then it is easy to determine the connection level. But now the question is how we traverse this whole graph. Okay. Okay. Should we traverse the grass randomly, like just check Deepak and Charlie. How we like the question is how we check the level between Deepak and Charlie using this graph. Okay. So the answer is what we need to do is we need to visit the graph, traverse the graph level by level, one level at a time. So if you start with me, okay, it's level 0. Okay. First we will check what are my direct connections. Okay. So first we will traverse the level with my direct connections. Okay. Then we will go to the connections of my connections. Okay. So then we traverse the second level. Okay. And similarly, then we traverse the third level. Okay. So level 0 Deepak, level 1 Alice and Bob, level 2 Charlie and David, level 3 Emma. Okay. Now, aha. So I hope you understood the pattern here. So if you have to determine the connection between someone and they both exist, like the person exists in the first level, so it is your first connection. If the person exists in the second level, then it's your second connection. Same if it is in the third level, then it's your third connection. Okay. So that's why, like with Alice and Bob, I have first connection. With Charlie and David, I have second connection. With Emma, I have third connection. Okay. So now you see we traverse the graph one level at a time. Okay. So this approach has a name in the data structure and it is called the breadth first search, BFS, because we explore the graph one level at a time. Okay. So thank you guys. I hope you like the video. You understand the concept to calculate the connection level, like how LinkedIn determines your connection level with someone. Okay. So if you enjoy learning this kind of videos, please subscribe for more videos. Thank you so much. I will see you in the next video. Thank you guys.